Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Amber. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Periscope and Instagram at Amber Plaster. I'm joined with my AfterBuzz TV co-host, Renee Ariel.
Hey guys.
And where can they find you on the internet?
You guys can find me at Renee Ariel on Instagram and Twitter.
If you guys don't already know, we are in the last episode of Star Wars, watching it for the first time. If this is your first time watching the series, go back and start with episode 4. You know the order of release date. Or skip around however you want. It's your life. But this is the last episode. We just finished watching episode 3.9, Rogue One. Or should we call it episode
3.5,
8?
3.9.
Should we call it episode 8?
We shouldn't call it episode 8. I know they're doing trilogies, and I know this isn't a part of the trilogy, and if it was, that would make no sense.
So they just fit in a whole extra film then. Dang.
Just throwing it in there. Getting in that cash.
I am impressed. Wow.
Disney,
man.
money machine.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Rogue One an 8. I really enjoyed the storyline. There are things I loved about it. There were things I wasn't crazy about, but overall, I think it was a really great film. And very well done.
I'm gonna give it a 7. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give it a 7 only because I wouldn't want to watch it again.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like wanting to watch Passion of the Christ or Titanic again. Like, it was just, there was a lot of death, and I don't need to see K2 die again because I got very attached. But it was a good film.
Yeah.
But I don't want to ever see it again, and I don't want to rewatch it. That's a weird feeling to have. So, like, I understand why people would like this film. But for me, there was a lot of like ups and downs. There were parts that I really liked, and then there was a lot of parts that I just didn't understand. So maybe the rating is based off my own ignorance, but still, my first reaction is I would rate this a 7, just for like audience comfortability as like a new viewer. I'm sure that a lot of other people really liked it, and I totally get that. What I don't get is people who like episode 1,
And 2.
and 2, and 3.
I love Jen. I thought she was great. I loved her storyline. I thought it was really cool that we got to see her as a kid. We got to see her parents, well, her mom died, but her dad get taken away. The beginning to Jen's story I found very, very interesting. I loved her mission. I loved the special effects. I also was a huge fan of K2. I thought he was hilarious. I thought he was definitely the comedic relief of this movie, and I really enjoyed him, probably more than any other droid thus far. I know, there's classics, but like I really liked him. So yeah, I had a lot of highlights, for sure.
The highlights for me were definitely K2. I loved K2, and I think K2 may be my favorite character. Yeah.
Ever?
I think K2 may be my one of either my top favorite. I think K2 might be my favorite character.
Dang, girl.
I liked Jen. I liked K2. I liked Cassian okay. I liked the beginning where he like mercilessly killed someone because I didn't know a lot about his character going into it, so I was kind of thinking of him as a bad guy, and he turned out to be a good guy, and for some reason I was disappointed by that. I guess I was like hungry for like another Kylo Ren or something. Like,
yeah,
like another like really crazy bad guy. I really, really liked the bit of kung fu that we got early on in the movie. I mean, it was so beautifully done.
So cool.
The blind fighter monk guy, forgive me for not knowing his name, we literally just got back from the theater. He was amazing, and when he had his finale scene, I actually teared up and cried, and it was real good. It was incredible, which is again one of the reasons why I don't want to watch the movie, because I don't want to see him have his finale again. The effects were a lot better. I really liked the shield, and seeing the like fighter pilots hit the shield was like so real for me. Like I was like, oh,
I had so many of those moments. It was like, oh, no, yeah, like the whole time in the theater. Yeah. Sorry, people next to us.
Definitely had like a lot of like, you know, those moments where like I felt like I was in the ship with them.
Yeah. This is coming from someone who doesn't like love action movies, but there was like a lot of Star Wars. scenes. I told Amber as we left the theater, like, this is the most Star Wars movie we've seen, because there was so much action in this movie. Like, I think that one scene of them all fighting went on for around 45 minutes at least. And here's the thing, I know some people love that. They eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Most people.
Most people that also are like watching Star Wars. I'm not a fan of those scenes, so because of my lack of interest for those scenes, that was a low light for me. Does not mean that it takes away from the movie, just means it's not my preference.
The lowlights for me were the CG animation of one of the generals. It didn't bother me at first. I think his name is Harkin. I think his name is Harkin or something. Hold on, we should look this up. Tarkin.
Good thing we looked up.
Rogue One creator defends CGI Tarkin. Says Carrie Fisher loved her digital self, but she won't come back.
What?
Like, they won't make a digital version of her again.
Oh.
Because she's passed away.
Well,
interesting. Yeah. At first, I really didn't mind it. They did a beautiful job. I mean, truly.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, his lips just weren't... It didn't have human twitches to it, and it just made me feel like I was looking at a fake video game character, and like not in a good way. And I really don't understand why he was like a major supporting role in the movie. Like, they should have just like had him deliver the information and get the F out. Like, get him out, because he looks fake. Like, they did that with Princess Leia at the end, which I actually was okay with. I like that they connected it into A New Hope. That was super cool.
That was really cool. The ending of that, I loved. Props to them.
So for me, I was like, why do we care about Tarkin? Why did you have to make an animated version of him? So I'm assuming that the fandom is very attached to Tarkin, like they are to Lando for some reason, and we just simply don't understand it. I'm assuming there's a reason why he was brought back. I understand that he was an important character, but I think that he should have been minimized, and it was just very distracting, but it was well done. I see what they were trying to do, but yeah, it was the only kind of like downer for me, and I cannot put my finger on why, but I don't want to say that I don't even like the person who played Cassian. I just didn't ship him and Jyn, and I can't tell you why. Like, I don't know why. There's just like, I like him as an actor. It just kind of was like, something was awkward for me. I don't know. He was no Finn. I don't know.
It's a love-hate relationship with Finn and Amber.
Yeah. Okay. You're gonna start something on the internet, and I'm not gonna be able to cover from.
For a hot second before we went to go see it, I forgot that Vader was going to be in it. So that was like a pleasant surprise for me. I know! It took place between 3 and 4. Of course Vader would be in it, but like, I forgot, and I was very happy. And his suit looked awesome. Another surprise, CGI Carrie Fisher, did not see that coming, was very cool. And just, I mean, not really a surprise. Like, I think we knew it was coming, but just that everyone died. It wasn't much of a surprise because everyone kept telling us on Periscope, everyone dies in Rogue One. Oh, one really cool surprise is when we found out why the movie's called Rogue One, because that is the name of their mission.
The ship that they...
That was what they called the ship? And that's what they called like the mission, like the reasoning for...
I think that Rogue One has multiple meanings, because remember when he was like, what ship are you? He's like, Rogue. And he's like, and she's like, keep going. And he's like, Rogue One
it was a ship. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
So they were like, that was like the ship that they, like, their little ragtag crew tried to, get the plans on, what they were mostly together on, was called Rogue One. And then I think it has a double meaning, because like, our heroine, Jyn, is a Rogue One. I can't say that I had any surprises for the film, because I didn't know anything about it going into it. I guess the only surprise for me is that there were any characters that I recognized at all. I really enjoyed seeing R2 and C-3PO for like a hot second.
Yeah.
I do wonder if that was like a point in A New Hope that we saw everyone taking off and them not understand. I wonder if that's a callback. That would be cool. I don't remember that particular scene in episode 4, but would have been cool if I would have remembered it, if it was a continuation of that battle scene. And I really enjoyed, I surprised myself that I caught a few of the homage lines to episodes 4, 5, and 6. There's a moment where Jin, Cassian, and K2 are all sitting together, and they basically say, like, I have a bad feeling about this, and he stops him before he says it, because that's what C-3PO says before they go in. And then there's a moment on the ship where they says, like, he's like, do you want to know the percentage of you living? Yeah. Which is basically what Han says to Chewie all the time. Never tell me the odds, Chewie, never tell me the odds. So it was just a different way of saying, never tell me the odds. He was like, do you want to know the percentage of her shooting you? And it was like said in such a clever way, but it was such a like nice callback as well. So I surprised myself by like remembering that. So yeah.
I think they did a great job. I think that the special effects just keep getting better as the movies go on, and it made me way more excited for episodes 8 and 9, because that is a trilogy that we are now familiar with, as opposed to this story that was completely new. So it just got me more pumped for Star Wars, and I thought it was really great.
I'm just more stoked to see more of Rey and episodes 8 and 9. Are we calling this 8? I don't know. Somebody please tell me what we're supposed to call Rogue One. I don't know.
3.5?
3.9? I don't know. Oh, what I was gonna say in the low lights, it's not really a low light for me because this happens to me in a lot of films as well. I don't like a lot of action unless it's like really well motivated, and I found myself thinking about other things in the movie, and then I was like, we're back in the like I like snapped back into it. Like I fully like left the theater in my mind and was like thinking about my day for like a good few minutes, and then came back to the fight and they were still fighting. So like I fully checked out at a certain point. Not to say the movie was bad and the special effects were amazing. I just when it's just like back to back, like pew 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 pew, like my brain turns off. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will do more videos like this when we have the chance to. I so appreciate you sharing out this video and contributing to the comments. I will be in the comments. Where can the internet find you?
Hey guys, you can follow me at Renee Ariel on Instagram and on Twitter.
And you guys can follow me here on YouTube at youtube.com/AmberPlaster2. And you can also follow me on Instagram at AmberPlaster. In fact, you can follow me most places at AmberPlaster if you want to. And we will see you next time. Diagonal Fade.
We did it. We did it. Is that from Dora the Explorer? We did it. Na 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 na. Now we did it. Wait, is it like a verse, or is it all in the chorus? We did it. Yay!
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna vaguely have that song stuck in my head. That seemed like a good idea at the time. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, let's try that again. Hold on. Rogue One.
Rogue One. Rogue One. You typed in rogue tone. I want a rogue tone, you know?
I just want to know if he died or not.
What do you mean, did he?
He died in 1994. Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's the year I was born.
Okay.
What a highlight.
What a highlight, you know? Out with the old and I don't know what I'm saying. Let's delete this part. I mean, we'll see how we feel.
We'll see. If you can edit it together, we'll find out. I trust you.
Okay. I like it. I like it. It's flashing. Why is it flashing?
Oh no. Battery?
Let's do some closing thoughts and let's recap all of Star Wars.
What?